So
Cool. I guess that means we can get started then. Hello and welcome to the first episode of A Slice of Anime for 2024. I am your host, Moonlight150, and today we got Dark,
Hey, how's it going?
Navi,
What's up?
and Wolf.
what up, gang?
So I don't know why I did an introduction. We usually don't in the Slice of Anime, but I just rolled with it. I guess
It's
I'm too pent up from doing.
2024. It's a
It's-
new
It's a
year.
new year. Now we're doing intros in anime podcasts. Yeah.
Might as well. Also, man, before we actually continue, in relation to Navi, I do want to shout something out that we're changing up with the show. Navi is going to be a permanent co-host. So basically, we'll invite him on in every episode, and he can come whenever he wants to.
Yep.
And that's
Since
exciting.
He's been replaced.
Thank God! No,
Freedom.
that's just still there.
In all seriousness, Bench is out sick today. But yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. But yeah, Navi's going to be a permanent host. He's going to be here every week.
New
Or every
Year's off to a
2
good
weeks.
start with bench sick.
Navi, you got any thoughts on that?
No, it's good to be here.
Oh
I could talk about my emptiness after I finish anime.
Real quick, I do want to shout out. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Amazon Music, and Audible. Like the podcast, follow us on Twitter, Slice of Gaming. Check out our main show, A Slice of Gaming. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we could just get right into what do we want to do first? Winter preview or what we were watching? I'll let you
Probably
guys
best to
decide.
just get what we've been watching out the way.
Okay, Dark, you lazy ass. I know you haven't been watching anything.
No, you're right. I read an entire fucking novel, bro. Let's get into it.
Oh my
Let's
god,
do it.
visual novel? That's a gaming thing. Talk about the gaming podcast.
No.
Come on.
So look, you know, that I'm a massive fan of Fate, right? Fate is the shit. But Fate was not the first one that Natsu had created. He had a bunch of other works before that, and I finally decided to get into those as the English translations came out for the games and such. So the first one, there's two titles before Fate, and that is The Witch on a Holy Night and Tsukihime. Tsukihime is like the more well-known one that's highly praised, but The Witch on the Holy Night is the very first one in the series that Natsu did before Fate and everything, and it was utterly incredible. Natsu's writing style is so fucking unique, and like I want to know how this man works. Like the shit that like makes his brain tick is so fucking interesting. This goes more in depth with the magecrafts and the mages than Fate, because it is the same world and stuff. So it follows the perspective of 3 different characters, which is a little bit weird at first, but it blends together really nicely. But two of the main females are mages, and then the third character is just a normal human person with nothing special going on with him whatsoever, and he just finds himself at the wrong place at the wrong time, and then just gets mixed into all of this. And they're making a movie soon, and there's trailers out, and Ufotable is doing it, and it's gonna be incredible.
Oh, it's a movie?
They're making a movie out of it.
Oh, I thought it was a show. Damn it.
Nah, it's not long enough to be a show, or for it to have multiple movies. I also want to point out that it is while there is fight scenes and they are like really incredible as you would expect, it's not battle focused like Fate. This is more of a drama. There's only like 2 big fight scenes in the entire thing.
It's romance, right?
No, it's not.
That's
It even tells you at the very beginning like this is not a romance though.
You lost me.
Tsukihime is a romance, and I just started it up now, and the tone of that is very different. But for the Witch and the Holy Night, there's a clear, straight story. You don't have to worry about any branching path. Like Fate had 3 different branching pathways, and that's why I had the 3 different animes and the movies. It's not like that with this. There's just one clear story, and you'd be set.
Is it better than Fate? Is the real question.
I think.
Oh,
Well,
no,
the thing
he
is,
had to
Fate.
think about it.
No, but the problem is Fate has a lot of baggage to Fate. There's this Fate and this Fate
it,
Go and
it
all
comes
that.
with good and bad.
You know what I mean. Do you like this better than a Fate as a series?
I like the characters more.
Oh, no.
Like
Oh,
Rin,
God. We're lost.
Rin and Shiro are really well-made characters, but the characters in this has outmatched them immensely.
How good are they? Are they like ride or dies, like profile pick worthy, or are they like, you know,
Yeah,
I fuck with them?
you see a lot more of them after the movie drops.
Oh, joy. I don't know. So do you think it's worth just waiting for the movie?
Yes. I mean, you can go
Oh,
through it now like I did with the visual novel, but there's a movie by Ufotable coming out. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah,
It's
if it's
the
Ufotable.
visual novel, the original source.
Yes. That's the original source from all of Natsu's work.
Wait, so it's the first one, right? Like that,
Yeah.
like that's the first thing he did. I thought Tsukihime was his first one.
No, so Tsukihime was the second one that he did. I think it was the first one that he made Type Moon as the company. I think that was the first one they did as a company together, and that was like the one that really put him on the map. I'm going through it now. I've started up. I'm very early in Tsukihime, but the tone of it is very, very different. And that this one does have routes, so you pick what route you want to go on, and the path changes and all that. But Tsukihime is a lot more kind of raw. Like it's a lot of things you wouldn't expect. It's very sexual. It's very gory.
Oh
Like he has no hesitation to just killing someone in the most gruesome way possible, just because. It's really interesting. I wish Tsukihime was getting a movie because I really love the characters in that too. But as of right now, just the visual novel remake.
I mean, I
How's
would
the
fit the
music?
whole. Oh, go ahead.
How's the music?
The music's incredible. I never went through a visual novel before. This is my first time doing it, but you get immersed
And
so quickly in it,
yeah,
the music and
it
everything.
depends.
You
Some visual
played
novels are really straightforward, and then some of them are really good at branching paths. So it feels different every time you play it.
Yeah. For
Doug, you
Wichita
played.
Hogan, what happened?
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say for Wichita Hogan, there is no branching paths, just one clear story. Everybody gets the same ending.
Doug, you've played Danganronpa. That's a visual novel.
It's so well, I did bring that up.
Yeah,
I mentioned it before. It's visual novel like esque. There's gameplay elements to
yeah,
Danganronpa.
that's like
This has nothing. You're just pressing one button. You have the save button, fast forward, and then just
So it's a book, basically.
Yeah. The
That's how
Always
artwork's
good
be using your
incredible.
Kindle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you make like choices, or is it literally just a book?
So in Tsukihime, you're able to make choices. So at various points in the story, you'll be presented with a choice, and then you make it, and the game would save it. And then there's I forgot what it's called. Like it's called the flowchart. So you open up the flowchart, and it'll show you your path that you picked, and then all of the other paths that could like come from your choice. So instead of having to like reload a save, you just go to the flowchart and pick where the choice splits, and you can view all the different choices and paths.
Interesting. I am definitely going to be excited for that Ufotable movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Because anything Ufotable touches, that's gold, baby.
Anything Natsu touches is cool. He's a
That's
very
true.
talented writer.
Yeah, I'm a big
One
Fate
thing I do want to
fan.
point out,
Go ahead.
it's not I'm not gonna spoil that ending, but it is related to that ending. Everything gets wrapped up, but it ends in a way that they can come back to it. And I was like researching, but I was a bit confused.
Okay, let's
Natsu
go.
said that he does want to come back to these characters and this crew, but then he got caught up in Fate Go.
Wait, so he still writes for Fate Go, right?
Yeah, he's the main one. Well, one of the main ones.
Bro's like, I'm too busy with this fucking multi-billion-dollar franchise. All right,
They explained why
can't
Fate
work
Go's
on this
story
shit.
is so good. But I think with them remaking this now and them doing like the movie, there's a good chance he might be making the sequel to this.
Listen, man, that's a lot of hopium. I hope for your sake it's true.
Yep.
Yeah, it's clear that Fate was definitely the thing that kind of propelled that studio to where it is now.
Very much so.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like I guess like it very much is just I would like to check that out, but it is more worth just waiting for the movie. So hearing it
Yeah.
got a physical release, yeah, like that's something on my brain.
Tsukihime got one too, and it's getting there's an unofficial English patch. That's what I'm using right now to go through it. And then the
Whoa.
official English patch is coming out during the summer, I believe.
That's what you're allegedly using, Dark. Okay, we got to be careful around
We can
here.
talk about the patch. We can talk about the patch is fine.
Okay. But yeah, that's everything you've been
Yeah,
playing, I guess.
that's what I've been experiencing anime wise.
I've been experiencing.
Man, my man just said, "Oh, hosts an anime podcast, doesn't watch anime." That's so based. You know what? I want to go to Navi. What have you been watching, my man?
I've been watching a lot. Been trying to finish all 2022 anime. I found some really good hidden gems, but I went ahead and finished Love is War, and well, I think the anime is good. I went on to the manga and miss the chapters they didn't add in the first season really ruined the first season for me. Because I don't know if you remember this, but like a year ago I tried to watch the show and I didn't like it at all.
Hmm.
Um, because I felt like it was episodic. Like each episode was self-contained and they didn't manage the overall story. But within the manga, they had a lot of mini arcs in the beginning that they decided to skip for to create this to create the atmosphere they went in the anime where each episode is mostly self-contained until at least episode 9. I believe that's when it started actually progressing with the characters and they go to the you see the relationship start building up between all the characters.
Hmm.
Uh, after I finished that, I was pretty much empty inside for like 4 or 5 days. And I
Everyone
tried to
knows
watch,
that feeling.
I tried to watch other romance animes, and they just didn't hit. None of them could rise above the level of Love is War. I think the manga is a 10 out of 10 to me.
Oh,
Um,
sorry to
so
interrupt real quick.
the manga is so good. After the anime, man, they have really good arcs.
So I tried watching the anime back when it first came out, and it did not hit for me at all. So you think the manga is better?
I will read the manga, and then I will hop to the anime personally
Okay.
because they have a lot of the chapters connect to each other, and you see the characters progress throughout the chapters. Compared to the anime first season, at least, I think second and third season is a way better, and that's what hooked me onto the show.
Every manga reader says you'll like it if you read the
No,
manga
no,
instead of the anime.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
in some
I
cases,
don't
it's true.
think.
Have you seen Tokyo Ghoul?
Yeah,
No, no,
totally.
like for some cases, yeah, but like it's always
I
like a
think
catch-all. Like, well, if you didn't like the show, read the manga, and then you read the manga. It's like, no, I still hate this.
I think majority of anime is better than the manga in other ways. No, wait, let me rephrase that. Not better. More visually
Different ways.
appealing to me.
Visually pleasing.
Mm,
I can agree with
Yes.
that.
So there's rare times where I will read the manga over the anime because the manga is better. The art is better. For example, what's better in the manga?
For me, it's
Uh,
No,
the
that's,
opposite.
that's different.
I just go with the manga because I find it like the more enjoyable way. Like unless it's something I really enjoy, like Bleach, I'll
Oh,
do both.
Bleach.
But most
like
of the
I
time, I'm reading the manga.
like
I
One Piece. I think the anime is better. The only
oh
issue with
well,
anime.
wait.
Wait.
No, you're
Let me.
you're one of those.
The Wano arc is better as an anime because of the visuals.
Okay,
You
so
As
can.
he mentions in here.
you mentioned Wano, but like let's talk about Dressrosa for a bit before you get to Wano. In the
Not.
manga, it's like 150 chapters. In the
No, it's like
anime, it's
100. So
Yeah,
in the manga, it's 100 chapters, and in the anime, it's like 118. But those 118 do not feel like 118. They feel like 200.
it's a fuck ton of episodes.
yeah, yeah. One Piece for Wano is better because
I,
That's
purely for the
one arc.
animation, purely for the animation.
well, no, I don't see. That's the thing, though. I disagree because I couldn't watch the Wano arc because the pacing was so ass. Still, and it's like I don't know. Like I love One Piece, and like I'll still always care about the anime, but like I'm just fully transitioned to manga because I just that pacing is so terrible. It feels like we're just kind of slowly meandering across like and I'm like, okay, let me get to the actual good scenes. And it just kind of turned into me just watching the anime just to watch the scenes I like and then skipping through all the boring stuff. Because
I
there's a
agree.
lot of boring stuff in that anime.
I agree, but the animation makes it just worth it to me. It's so
That's
good.
fair.
Like
That's
it's
valid.
one of the best animations for all shonen. Aside from Ufotable, they're probably one of the best.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like Toei for the longest time were always considered one of the worst because it's like, man, their animation is so weak. But like after, like I don't know, they just went full power up mode in Wano. It's like, no, actually, we are good at animation when we try. And it's like, you know what, respect.
Do you see the new opening for it?
Oh my god, dude, the freaking chills. They just actually a good opening for One Piece again. Just like, man, the last few have been really fucking awful.
One
And
Piece
just like,
usually doesn't have good openings.
no, I would disagree. One Piece has a lot of good openings.
Not compared to
No, I
like
can name 5. I can no, like of the 22, I would say I like the majority of them. Or no, not 22. It's actually more than that now. It's like what, like 25? With the new one. I might be wrong. Let me check. Let me search
I'm
it up
not
real
sure.
quick. Yeah, of course you don't know, Mr. Manga Reader.
I mean, do you blame me?
I don't blame you at all, by the way.
For those
There's
of you
25.
that don't know, I read the manga. I started out watching the anime. I like this shit is too long, and then I blasted through the manga in a week, and now I'm caught up.
Okay, so there is 25 openings. I mean 26 if you count. I think one of the remixes. I might be wrong. I would say a majority of these, looking at it now, are pretty good. Hang on, let me send the link.
none of them ever hit for me. Like they weren't
Really?
bad, but
We
I
are?
never felt. Yeah, I didn't like that one as much.
Oh,
I
you
thought,
no, Navi, you lost
no,
me. We are is the
no,
goat.
no,
Wait,
I'm not sure.
that's such
One
a
Piece,
great.
One Piece
Oh,
OPs never hit for me.
Kokoro no Chizu, the one for the start of Water 7.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, come on, that's one of the best. Brand New World
Yeah,
when they got to Eni's
everything,
lobby.
everything for Water 7 and lobby is uh is always good.
Okay,
Let me.
okay.
Okay, that's kind of fair, but
Share the World. If you say you don't like Share the World, then we got
Which one share
problems.
the world? You gotta remind. I haven't watched. I watched
Sabaody
it.
Archipelago.
Uh, I don't remember.
We're
I
gonna
ju-
get okay.
that's
Next,
that's the thing. I don't remember because it wasn't memorable.
okay. Next time we're on the Slice of Anime, I want you to just rewatch all the One Piece openings, and then
I'll rate.
we're gonna have a talk,
I'll rate
okay?
them
Because
for
I'm
you.
telling you, there were some really fucking good ones.
No, but
I,
but I was watching.
yeah,
So
the
after the
topic.
emptiness, after the emptiness, I was trying to find something to fill that void, and I found a guilty pleasure to fill that void, and it is a combination of isekai with uh, light novels. I have been reading the most mid isekai because
Bro,
be- because I don't
he's
connect.
gone.
I won't connect to it compared to how I connected to Kaguya. So I won't feel dead once I finish it.
bro,
He's
Emperor is
gone.
mid.
He's gone. He went down. We lost him, boys. He's gone into the light novel isekai route.
Bro said mid of a capital M.
Dude,
Oh,
Dark, have
like
you
most
seen these
isekai is
isekais?
mid.
I
Yeah,
don't like
most.
isekais. I can't. I'm not a fan of them.
No, let me tell you. As a fan of them, I will tell you full-heartedly they are trash, but they are the
Yes,
type of trash I enjoy.
yes. So before this, I hated isekais. I wouldn't watch one unless it's top tier like ReZero. But
Of
now
course.
I am watching. I watched every isekai that came out in 2022. I
Jesus.
finished
Okay.
all.
Oh my
I
god, even I'm not that
all of them.
crazy.
I finished all of them. And now
Including Vending
because
Machine?
so they released these anime to promote the light novel. So they never
Of
expect to
course.
release that season. So that's how I got into light novels. I was like, well, I want to know what happens. So now I'm reading light novels.
They got you
He's gone,
integrated.
boys. We lost him. Wait, do you watch the Vending Machine one?
That one's 2023. I am gonna watch it, but
Oh,
the
you said
light novel
2022. My bad.
they ended that on volume 2. So I'm deciding if I want to read that or not because they already canceled the light novel.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I think they canceled it because the author got sick. I might be wrong. That is funny as all though. Just like, you know what? I feel empty inside. Time to just fill it up with junk food.
Yep. I'm a big fan of Isekai now. Yeah, I can admit it. Oh, most of it is
Listen,
trash, but
I'm
it's the
I've
trash
always I was born in this fire. Listen, my first anime was an isekai. Like I know the isekai genre. Like it is a dark place, but sometimes you find something good. Like if someone tells me, "Oh man, I hate isekai," I'm like, "Bro, same." But I
I,
still watch them.
I got a question. Is SAO an isekai?
Yes.
Okay, so there's only two isekais I actually enjoy, and that's SAO and
He said with
oh, why am I blanking on it now? Oh, Konosuba. That's it.
because you didn't watch the good ones. There's
you
actual
this
good ones.
like there's
Konosuba's good.
Overlord. There's
I never watched
Overlord.
Overlord.
You gotta
Oh my
watch
god, let's
Overlord.
get you on
That's
Overlord.
like one.
Overlord is
That's like
amazing.
one of the best.
That was my
Um,
like one of my favorites. I love Overlord.
There's ReZero.
Yeah,
Okay,
ReZero is
There's
awesome.
I watched that, but I'm not a fan of it.
there's Jobless.
Oh, Dark, do you like anime?
I like anime. I just don't like
What was
isekais.
wrong? What was wrong with ReZero? Were you like, oh, this is just too good?
I don't know.
ReZero.
I didn't vibe with him dying all the time.
Boy.
I was like,
ReZero. ReZero was like one of the first animes that came out where the main character, everything went wrong for him. It was like a change up to the whole industry, in my.
yeah, I remember when that first came out. It was a big deal.
Yeah, because it's a
Because
great
Then
show.
the
yeah,
Rem
I
and Ram
watched the first
situation.
episode. I watched the first episode, and I told my friend I don't want to keep watching. It's too happy because the first episode is happy as fuck. Then you get
Oh
to the
yeah.
second, and you're just like, what the fuck?
No, it's funny because I watched the director's cut version where they combine the first two episodes. So I'm like, oh,
That
this is kind of a chill show. I'm wondering when it gets dark, and then the end of the episode happens. It's like, oh, there it is. And then it kind of created almost a secondary trend where it's like, this is a really dark anime, and
yeah.
they're just stupid. Those are the ones I genuinely hate.
I don't mind dark anime. Like a Kami ga Kill, that is
No,
junk food to the highest
no,
degree, and I love it.
I'm not saying I don't like dark anime. I don't like when an anime tries to be dark and that's all it is. Like we were
Like
talking
even
about
Eminence
Radio
of
Killer.
Shadow.
No, Eminence of Shadow. That's like one of the greatest fucking isekais. That is pure and utter dog shit, and I love it with every fiber of my being.
You ever get Knife Shadow?
Have you
I
watched
So
no,
Eminence?
I
I,
want
I,
to.
I watched it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago. I
It's
did
so
not
fucking
didn't
good.
like it at first, but I kept watching because I didn't have anything else, and I was feeling myself with trash. And I slowly started to like it, but
That's what happens.
I still hate the main character. The main character is
You're
annoying.
insane. That's
The
the
main
whole point
character,
of him. He's
yeah,
a fucking
I know. That's why I
the
hated him.
point of him is he's an edge lord. He is very
Yeah,
much just this fucking doofus that you're not supposed to go like,
but
wow, this guy's so cool.
I think the second season is a little better because it's a lot funnier.
I got a
I
Because
second
they're
haven't watched
already.
that yet. Man.
trying to
Yeah, I
make it
got
into a
one.
comedy. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's dark. The first season is so dark that there's nothing to laugh at.
Well, that's the thing though. It is supposed to be a comedy because of just how stupid it is. It takes itself seriously, but like that there's a like the show knows it's dumb. It's very clear it knows it's dumb, even with how seriously it takes everything.
But
Like, come,
that was hard to get into. But then in the second season, I slowly started to understand why the show was good, and then now I'm really into the story because uh the way they're directing this story is really interesting in a certain way that no other isekai has done, and
yeah,
you see that in season 2.
that's the
What they
coolest
do.
thing about that show is that like it is just junk food isekai, but it also is just like, wait, there's some genuinely like good stuff here, which is like why I'm so conflicted on whether I love it to like more to pieces or I like it ironically. And I kind of like it for both. It is like the definition of a trashy isekai, but like genuinely really fucking entertaining. And Sid is the go. How do you not want to like root for him after the I am atomic scene? Come on.
So I am starting to like him a little more around the end of season 2.
Okay.
But the reason why I don't like him is because he's never going to grow. This is his character from now on. He's never going to grow as a character, and it's annoying, and that annoys me
I
because And I
I
don't
feel like
think they can.
that's kind of the point.
I,
It's
I,
just that he's just an asshole. But like, I get what you're saying.
I don't think they can keep this gimmick up. That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried that they're not going to do any uh character progression for him.
You think they go for a season 3? Is it successful enough?
Oh no, the light novel has enough. And it's the biggest thing. It's one of the biggest isekais.
Oh,
They're
okay, that's
definitely
good to
going
know.
for it. But right now they're going for a movie because there's not enough content for season 3. So we're gonna have to wait.
Gotcha.
After the movie comes out, we're gonna have to wait like 3 years.
Okay, so they announced a movie?
Yeah, the movie is gonna cover the next arc because there's
Oh,
only
nice.
one. There's only one light novel left, I believe, and that's gonna be the movie.
Interesting. That's exciting. Yeah, I definitely got to find a catch up to season 2 before then, because I haven't even caught up to Overlord. I never watched season 4, and I really want to, but it's just like one of those
Yeah,
shows. It's like, man, I want to get to it, but like I know it's having the mood for it, you know?
yeah, I felt exact way. I just finished it because like I watched season 3 and then I watched season 4 like 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Mhm.
Uh, the light novel is almost finished too, so he
Yeah,
after the movie comes out, he's gonna release the last 2 chapters, the last 2 volumes, and the series is done, and then they'll be able to release the last season.
that's exciting because Overlord is like one of the OGs of kind of the isekai light novel trend. It was kind of started around the same time as ReZero, so it's kind of one of the original shows. So like the idea of like the light novel ending soon is kind of monumental in a way.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen so I can start reading.
Dude, it's a good it's a good series, man. Top tier world building. I mean, anything other than your isekai journey of trash, or like specific shows you want to shout out?
I'll talk about one. Densor came out 2022. Probably would
Yeah.
never get an anime another season. But I'm reading the manga now. It's a I guess it's a sports slash hobby anime. It's about ballet, but
Oh, I
it's
remember this.
in the perspective of the guy. So like he was raised to believe that he has to be a man of the house. So society uh put him in the box, and so he couldn't follow his dreams of being a dancer. But then you see him fight through that and how he progresses as a character as he goes on. It's really good, and the art is amazing. The anime was really good. It put people off because the character design is a
The
little
next,
weird, but you get used to it.
go ahead.
No, no, that's all.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. So it's just like, oh yeah, the character designs are weird, but it's good. So I was like expecting a bigger reveal, but I get it.
If you like sports anime, you watch it.
Hey man, maybe one day.
If you connect to a, if you were raised to act a certain way and you felt like you couldn't get out that box, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, something that would hit you personally if that's the type of life you lived. No, that's a good. That sounds like a good recommendation. I might check that out. Moon, wake up.
Oh, I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah. Jeez, bro's been silent. He's like, I don't even like anime.
It's
Why
like
am
you're
I here?
talking about
He hates us.
freaking dance and what's it
Dance
called?
Dance
Fate.
Tour.
I get Bench isn't here, so we need a new person to not listen to anyone else. I get it, Moon. You took that role. I respect it. But yeah, what
All
you
right.
been watching?
I just kind of spent the last couple of weeks of the year cleaning up all the shows that I started but didn't finish. I can just pull them up right here, but and a lot of shows because I was watching the English version for a couple of them, so their episodes came out a little bit later before the end of the year. But yeah, let's see. I'd have them all right here in my app.
Rom coms.
Mostly. Well, one thing I did was I before girlfriend season 2 finished, I just decided to say, screw this, it's moving too slow, so I blew through the rest of the manga. So I finished that, and now I have no desire to watch season 3 outside of like maybe a couple episodes. Whenever they decide to do that, they can.
That's what happens to manga readers. You read the manga and it's like, well, I watched the story, so
Yeah.
I know what happens.
It is interesting to see that they'll probably get a season 3 because that would wrap everything up. There's not too much left where season 2 lives off.
I just get it over with.
Yeah. The 100 Girlfriends anime, but I granted that's also I read the manga for that. I'm all caught up on the manga now. It is. I think I said this on the last episode. It has literally taken over my brain.
It's a good. Would you say after reading the manga, it's a good adaptation?
It's a good adaptation, and I'm curious to see where they'll go with season 2 because I'm actually no lie. This is how much I've been thinking about this damn series, not just the manga but the anime. But I am off already script writing some like a podcast episode, like a solo podcast discussion episode about it. Because there's like not theories I want to talk about, but just discussions I want to have.
With yourself?
Yeah.
Dang, bro said to me and Bench, you're not invited.
Because
Hey,
it's all
what about
going to
me?
be manga related, not the anime.
I was joined just because.
Yeah, Jack's just like, I got nothing better to do.
Because the anime up till now has been really faithful. It's pretty much 1-for-1. But after this part in the where you have the whole mom arc, it starts to go off in a different direction.
The mom arc.
Let's not spoil it. Let's not
yeah, I'm
spoil
not going
it
to say
for-
anything else, but because really that arc is like the only arc in the whole series so far. Because as they even reference this in the manga itself that some people don't consider this like an actual show. It's just a gag manga. And it almost is sometimes because some chapters are just, we do this whole setup for one singular joke. And that's what I think is going to be interesting with season 2 is I think a lot of it's going to get cut because they're just like one-off things. It's not enough material for an episode or something. So that's kind of what I want to talk about in like a separate standalone video.
I can
Like,
think about
Kaguya-sama. Love is War. They can do it like that, where they basically
Or-
just put multiple chapters together for episodes.
Spy X Family does the same thing. They very much
it's
just have,
possible
like,
they could
little
little short
gag
things.
stuff.
Is there romance progression, character progression, or relationship progression in there?
Yeah, because okay, so I'm going to give you like a sneak preview to what this video that I'm making is going to be about. All the chapters fall into 3 categories. It's either meet a new girl gets introduced to all the other girls, or what I just call a misadventure, which can fall into a bunch of other subcategories. But those misadventure ones are like dates with Rentaro or the girls by themselves doing something without Rentaro around. But it's those chapters where you see some character progression. Not so much to where you would call them like evolving characters, but it does flesh them out a little bit more. It's nice to just put them on the spotlight outside of being, we're Rentaro's girlfriend. But so it gives them like either their hobby or their quirk or whatever the character is about. You get to explore just a little bit more. So that's always nice, but the series is kind of stale in that. I don't want to call it stale because that's dismissive of it, but it's showing a formula, and it feels like the anime is going to cut a lot of the misadventures unless they do like you said where it'll be like an episode of like 2 to 3 misadventures all in a singular episode. So that's what I'm worried about. The anime is literally it's just going to be meet new girl meets the other girlfriends and shenanigans happens, and maybe one misadventure episode, and then that's just going to be the formula. So that's what I kind of want to dive into, because what's interesting at the end of the anime of this season, we got all original content. What?
Let's be careful. Yeah. You said end of the anime. I was like, oh, let's be careful, buddy.
No, just like because they tease the next set of girls that's pretty much all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
They're teasing the next set. So what's kind of fun that I'm going to do in this video is that I know where in the timeline this season will probably cut off because of they show which girls. So it'd be interesting to like pick apart what's probably going to get animated and what's not. So that's what my video is going to be about. As you can tell, this thing is taking over my life.
Let's get into therapy, big man. Maybe we gotta figure this out.
I reread chapters almost nightly.
You're gonna feel
This is
empty
a
once it's
fate
done.
worse than death, bro.
Okay.
You're gonna feel so empty once it's done.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing I was thinking about though. At the rate they're going, we've got at least 10 years of this.
Hell yeah, the new One Piece, baby!
It is the new One Piece.
I mean, maybe they get to 50 girls and then just speedrun during the last 50. You know, it's very possible.
It is interesting. In the last couple chapters that just got released right before Christmas, there was an interview with the creator. It was a dual interview with both the creator of 100 Girlfriends and Kaguya-sama. They're apparently like good friends, the two creators. So they were comparing each other's work. And there was this offhanded comment from the Kaguya-sama creator. He said, so do you have all 100 girlfriends planned out? And he's like, yeah, I have them as bullet points on a docket. So he does have all 100 girlfriends planned out.
Bro is literally the Oda of rom-coms. He has it planned out.
Yeah, he said
Bro
like
has
they're
a
not
vision.
fully fleshed out characters, but more just like bullet points of like what does he want the character to be like? Because they all have like their quirk. So
Of course.
so it's interesting to think that somewhere out there's that docket of just like 100 girlfriend ideas.
Is there a goth?
Close. There's two girls that are close to goth, but not what you would
Yeah,
expect.
that's gonna be the 100th girlfriend. That's gonna be the final one.
Yeah, that better be the
final
final
boss.
one. The final boss.
There's one that dresses like a goth, but she's not like goth in personality.
I saw one theory that like put me in a bad mood, but also I'm like, hang on, that actually goes kind of crazy. That the childhood friend is the 100th girlfriend.
Which one?
At the
childhood
very
friend.
beginning of the show,
Oh,
I remember.
the girl. Yeah, that's his thing is that he asked out 100 girls before the start of the series.
Well, the theory that I don't know why I was like delving into this theory. I'm like, hang on, wait, what's this about? And then it's like, well, he'll get gender bent
What?
into a girl. I'm like, wait, hang on, maybe this guy's cooking. Maybe we can figure this out.
He's
So
just
No,
that good.
I saw a crazier theory that is actually more likely, just because. So I don't know if it's as apparent in the anime, but in the manga, they reference themselves as a manga very regularly.
It's in the anime a good amount.
Yeah. So I'm actually really curious how they're also going to adapt that because there's a lot of times when Rentaro would just like rip the pages out of the manga. It's actually really funny.
You're the final girlfriend? That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that was the theory I saw is that us, the reader, will be the 100th girlfriend.
I've always wanted to be a girlfriend.
Which
is awful.
is like totally in line with the humor of the series, so I actually do not discount that theory.
I mean, hey, but that's a show I want to get back to. So
Yeah, I need to watch the rest of the episodes of the English version because I watched it through the Japanese version and then
oh
I
my
kind of
god,
just
Moon.
I got
You're so
obsessed with
far deep.
well, it's like it's not a priority because I'm like I've already seen it. Why do I need to watch it again? But I probably will
You want me to
eventually.
get you into Fate? Like, you need something else, bro.
No, because I'm slowly leaning back more into just going to my other shows. I'm trying to watch more live action stuff. I'm watching The Boys right now.
Oh,
So I'm
Good
trying
show.
to I'm trying to detox myself and
How do you go from
like
100
slowly wean
girlfriends to
myself
the
off.
boys, bro?
I have a wide range of interests. This is why I have so many games I also want to play because my interests are just too wide. But
Yeah,
getting
see,
off
that-
100 girlfriends.
I mean,
What?
no, Moon, that thing right there, it was like I have too many interests. See, you got to be like me. I was like, you know what? I have too many things I want to do. I'm just never gonna watch movies again. I just gave up on movies, and now it's conquerable. I could get through all the anime and games and shows I want to watch.
That's the thing.
Or-
Though, even if I cut out movies, I probably wouldn't get that much more time. I don't watch that many movies actually.
Just start cutting off genres.
You could do what I do. Watch until you're burnt out, and then you switch, and then you burn yourself out on that, and then you switch back.
Navi, that sounds intense.
That sounds hell. I can't do that.
That's
Literally,
how I do it.
well, the
With how I
problem
do
is,
stuff is I do
Sorry.
avoid the burnout by doing like one thing of one genre and then the next genre will have to be like completely different. So even if I were to watch like a bunch of rom-coms and then watch like a serious drama, I don't think I would burn out too easily.
well, yeah, the problem, like the thing is, like 90% of my time is spent playing games. The other 10% is like YouTube or anime. So, that's why I'm not able to watch as much anime as I want to. But like, I figured it out. I get the amount I want to. I watched a lot of anime over the break.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more games, but the other problem is just all the other stuff I have to do. Like I get like maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 hour tops a day to do something, and gaming. I'm trying to beat games for not beat games, but like just dedicate more time to gaming. So that's why I've only watched very little as of 2024 started. I've only just watched like 1 or 2 episodes of some of the stuff that started back up. I've been telling Wolf, I'm trying to get through Death Note. I will get through that eventually.
Let's talk about this
If
Death
you
Note.
dedicate 1/10 of the time you put 100 girlfriends into Death Note, you'd be finished with it.
Yeah, I know. I would be finished already.
It's a 39 episode show. It's not like it's this 500 episode epic.
Yeah, I know. I'm just watching other stuff like we did the last season. I've kind of just started the season with a smorgasbord of just watching the first episode of a bunch of stuff. I don't know if
We'll
you
talk
guys want
about
me.
those when we
Yeah,
get
we'll
to
get
it.
that in a later.
Yeah.
But
real
yeah,
quick,
Death Note.
let's get to Death Note. Okay, how far are you into this? 10
Um,
well, 9 out of
how
10.
spoilery can I say?
I mean, not too. What episode?
I don't even know the
It's an
episode
old
number.
show. It's an
Yeah,
old
yeah.
show.
If you don't want Death Note spoilers, skip ahead.
Yeah, everyone in this call right now has finished Death Note besides Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing that happened is L revealed himself to Light.
Oh shit! When was that?
It's like episode 8 or 9 or something like that.
Oh
Yeah,
wait! L revealed himself to Light. That's what. Wait,
In
really?
disguise.
No, like they were at the graduation ceremony, so then L is just there, and he's like, you know what, I'm Light, and then he's like having a massive panic attack. Like, wait, is he telling the truth?
Okay, so you got to the graduation ceremony.
Yeah,
That whole scene was fucking awesome.
yeah.
I mean,
I was like, what on
Yeah.
earth is going on here?
I mean, like Death Note's one of my all-time favorites.
L
so.
just like put himself into this school system just so he can go to the ceremony.
So, what do you think so far?
I mean, I enjoy it. This is one of my favorite things. And that's why I enjoy mystery shows, murder mysteries, and all that. It's just the back and forth between the two characters. I just enjoy listening to these two characters talk.
Mm-hmm.
I like listening to smart people talk and explain themselves and whatnot.
It's basically a battle between two of the smartest people in anime. Like that
Yeah.
is Death Note in a nutshell, and I absolutely love it for that reason. Where there's a lot of silly scenes.
At least half of it.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Death Note only has the most serious scenes. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro took a potato chip.
He
Yeah, I
took a
was
potato
about to
chip and
say.
he ate it.
That's the thing. Okay,
It's-
so that scene gets memed to death. It is a really fucking good scene.
I mean, the whole strategy around
It
what
is
he
one
did,
of
yeah,
the
it was
most
really good. But yeah,
iconic
he had the goofy
scenes.
dialogue.
Yeah.
They were
Also,
iconic.
good when
Ryuk
they wrote
is a
that.
blast. I love Ryuk.
Ryuk
Everybody
is
loves
impossible
Ryuk.
to dislike. Yeah. No, the Death Note. I am so intrigued in what you think of the second half because that is definitely like the thing a lot of people are so mixed on. I see a lot of people who love the second half, but I think all of us don't like it. From
If
us,
if Death Note was only 25 episodes, it would be a 10 out of 10. But because of the
1000%.
second half, it's like an 8. It's like an 8 out of 10.
I'd say it's a 9. It's like still so high quality, but like yeah, the second half is clearly okay. We could have ended this.
Yeah, I know some things about because I've watched Film Theory's video on Death Note, so I know some things that happen in the future, but he didn't go into like major spoiler territory.
Yeah,
The only thing I
You
know
should
is
watch
that
the Netflix movie.
no, don't. Light Turner.
yeah, the
So
only thing I know
sad.
about future episodes is that the Death Note gets passed on to other people. That's all I know.
All right.
Oh, okay. So you barely got spoiled.
I
Yeah,
do want to recommend. There is when you finish Death Note, there is a standalone continuation.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that or read that.
A one shot.
Yeah, it was a one shot. It was really good, really well made. And then just for shits and giggles, there is the Netflix movie.
Don't watch the Netflix movie. I beg you. Don't watch.
I mean, I would watch it just for
it's a good
Willem
movie.
Dafoe as
It's
Ryuk.
just not a good Netflix.
You are not.
It's a
No,
good
Navi.
movie.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're
It's
not doing
not
this.
a good Death Note movie.
You are not out here saying it's a
Alright,
good movie.
If you want something good about the show, well, not the show, the movie, Ryuk looks amazing. But besides that,
Oh yeah. I mean, Willem Dafoe as Ryuk is fucking awesome. But other than that, it's just.
It's like I want to
crap.
watch it just to listen to see what lines they gave him.
but then also
It's fun
just read that
trash.
one shot when you finish.
We gotta get you finished that Death Note, all right?
Yeah, well, so far none of the new shows have fully grabbed me, so I might just start diving into the past shows that I want to catch up on. So like Death Note. The only thing, well, we'll get it to when we get to the smorgasbord stamplings.
Let's hold off on one more reread of 100 Girlfriends and just finish that. No. Like,
Now
okay.
I haven't done a second full read through of start to finish. I just reread like favorite chapters. That's all I do.
He's gone, boys. He's gone.
So so I think you know what I found out though about myself recently because of this obsession. I learned something about myself.
oh
So
god.
you know how I've said in chat that I don't like redoing stuff, replaying games, rewatching movies, etc.
Was a lie.
Um, the thing that I've discovered now as reading manga is that I can just go straight to the chapter and just read the part that I want, and it only takes like a couple minutes. That's my problem with like replaying games and movies and whatnot, is that they're so long, and then I'm only redoing it for certain parts. But with manga, I can go right to that part, boom, I'm done in like 3 minutes reading the chapter that I wanted to reread. So now I'm getting into this like repetition thing. I'm like, oh, this is actually nice. Is this what
Yeah,
other people experience when they redo stuff?
He's in
Yeah,
for
you
the
do.
dopamine thrills. That's about it.
I mean,
It's that
I
meme of. Sorry, go ahead, Donovan.
no, keep going.
It's that meme of just like you're replaying that one game you loved, and then it's just you get to that one level. It's like with manga, you don't have to worry about that because you could just go to the chapter you like, so you don't have
Yeah.
to read through that one arc you dislike.
That's
But
my
you can do
problem
that
with
with shows too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that with a couple TV episodes. I would just like fast forward to like just get to the one part that I want to watch. But
Oh
it's
yeah, no.
definitely cumbersome because I'm like I got to go to the episode, got to push the fast forward button. It's like and then what really bugs me, especially with the Crunchyroll app, is how it resets like your watch list. And when you do stuff like that, I'm just like, no, stop it, please.
It's like, bro, I'm just trying to watch this one episode, but I'm not the entire series again. Come on, bro.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I guess I'm next, or I'm last. So what's it called? I only watched one anime over the break. I alluded to basically watching a show, and Bench isn't here, so I could talk about this in freely amongst my peers. I've been watching Hunter x Hunter. It's a goddamn masterpiece, as per usual from Tagashi. I don't know why I fucking doubt this man. Tagashi is one of the goddamn best manga authors of all time. It's not even a question. Hunter x Hunter. Right now, I'm in Greed Island, about halfway through, and it is the whole show is a masterpiece. It is one of my favorite anime of all time. It's in my top 10 already, and I'm not even apparently to the good part, which is insane to think about. I've Everyone says Chimera Ant, and I'm like, I'm ready for it. I am fully in. I want to see it, what they're gonna do next. But like every episode, I am just having so much fun. Even the episodes that aren't even action focused. Like I don't really watch the show for the action. I watch it for the characters. Tagashi has this knighting characters that I genuinely fall in love with instantly and understand who they are and what they are, and also just showing different sides of every character, and like that not in is black and white. It's like, oh, this is all this character is. There is so much more to every character that we just don't know about. I mean, like called the city York New, the York New arc, and the spiders. The fact is, like, I love every single one of those characters. That villain group is all-time favorite villain groups in anime, and I barely scratched the surface on knowing who they are. And it was that cool moment of like finishing that arc, and I'm like, damn, am I not going to see this? And then the next arc, they're already back, and I'm seeing them again. And it's like it shows Tagashi's like, yeah, they don't just magically disappear. Like these characters are still going to exist, and it's fucking real how Togashi is able to do this for an entire series. And the fact is, I'm only halfway through, and it's already in my top 10. I don't know. Navi, you're a big Hunter x Hunter fan. Like, am I crazy for thinking it hasn't even apparently gone to the good
Yeah,
part? Because everyone tells me it hasn't gone to the insane good part yet.
yeah. I'm on the. I think each arc gets better and better.
Really? Wait, so Great Island better
The
than York?
Chimera arc, the Chimera arc is controversial. I would
Mm-hmm.
say within the community because of few scenes, and you'll see once you get there. But I think it's the best arc out of all of them.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's what everyone tells me is that like Chimera Ant, like the ending is like masterful. That's basically like the big thing.
That's the controversial part. The
Oh,
ending.
really? Ah, damn. I mean, the fact is, like, I'm already this in love with the show, so I can't imagine it will do something that will make me automatically turn on it.
No, I still think it's amazing. It's just some people didn't like how they did things, how they executed things. I know
Yeah, it
that.
was because the way they ended York New, I was like stunned at first because like it ends like slight spoilers. It ends amicably. How do you say that word? Like amicably.
Amicably.
Amicably, yeah.
Yeah, like like basically a hostage negotiation, and your viewpoint is okay. This is where the fight happens, and there just isn't one. And it's like, damn, because it respects the watcher's intelligence to go like, no, of course this is how it ends. This Kurapika, the blonde character, who's honestly like probably my favorite character along with Hisoka. He is not a murderer. He's not this ravenous like revenge-filled monster. He let revenge take over him, but he learned that his friend than some bullshit like revenge. So of course he wouldn't go on a killing spree and kill each one of the Phantom Troop. And it makes sense because it's like one of the how Togashi just like takes the shonen genre and the rules of the shonen genre and says, I'm not going to do that. I'm doing my own thing. There's like at the end of the Heaven's Arena arc, which is the weakest arc, and I still think it's better than most shonen arcs. That's just how good the show is. Where at the end of that arc is Gon versus Hisoka, and like most shonens would show like, oh, Gon lost to Hisoka so many times, now Gon will win. But like you watch, it's like, of course Gon wouldn't win. Gon would win against Hisoka, but he still gets the punch that he always promised to Hisoka he's going to punch him in the face and return the point card, which is a whole thing if you haven't watched the show. But if you watch the show, you get it. But like he punched Hisoka, so it's a weird thing where they gave you that like feeling of victory after a shonen arc, but it still makes sense that Gon wouldn't beat Hisoka because Hisoka is way stronger than Gon. Even in like the current arc, after all the training in Greed Island, Gon is still not nearly to the level of Hisoka's strength. And it's just like one of those things that like Togashi is a genius when it comes to power scaling because so many anime. One of the most frustrating parts of a lot of anime is that they don't know how to power scale. Oh, wait,
you know, I don't agree with that.
Oh, really?
At least for Yu Hakusho,
Okay, well, I mean,
because
like that's his first series.
because they gave him a B. They gave I forgot his name. The main villain a B, rank B, and then they messed up the whole power scaling. But yeah, and Hunter x Hunter, it is the power scaling is very good in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly mean for like Hunter x Hunter, but like I get what you mean about Yu Yu Hakusho. There were definitely some weird power scaling moments, especially in that. But no, but like
Yeah,
with Hunter, I feel like the power scaling has just been so perfect to show like each character. It makes sense for each character to be said characters. The way that you see their training and how they grow stronger. And one of my favorite things is in York New, Gon and Killua are extremely weak compared to the Phantom Troop. And it wouldn't make sense for them to be able to take on any of the Phantom Troop members because they are just far outclassing them. And it leads to Greed Island where they are training under a new teacher, and you see that training, it's like, damn, I am ready to see these two get into an actual fight, like fight some real motherfuckers. It's just like a show that is so infinitely watchable where like every time there was a time where like I was watching it super late at night because my sleep schedule's fucked, and like I usually go to sleep at 3 a.m. And then like I was watching York News, so what happens is that I ended an episode. It's like, damn, that was a cliffhanger. I need to watch one more, and it got until it was like 4:30 a.m. And I'm like, I fucked up my sleep schedule, but like it was worth it because that arc is genuinely one of my favorite shonen arcs now. And the fact that apparently Chimera Ant is even better, I listen. I'm just flabbergasted by just the quality of this show, and also just like what was it though? Greed Island. I hear mixed things about Greed Island, but like halfway through, I'm like, this arc is
it's
amazing. I am
it's a
surprised.
I really like Green Island. I think it's a very
Same.
fun arc, but it takes a different direction from from the other arcs.
I think it's just like that whole thing of like some people wanting just serious shonen stuff, and like one of my favorite things about like my favorite shonen is that they're just willing to have fun and do like a goofy arc every now and then, and like like where the stakes are less serious, like we can have more fun with these characters. And Heaven's Arena is still, I'd say, like the low point of the series for me, but I still had fun. There were like moments that I wish were cut out, but other than that, I had a lot of fun. And I just think the pacing of the show in general has been so strong up to this point that I am just every episode I start, I'm like, I'm ready to just start a new episode, and more than ever. Like, I have not fallen out of love at all with the series. It is just my favorite anime to watch right now. It's pretty much most of what I've been watching, other than like maybe some one-off episodes of like other shows I'm watching. And yeah, I couldn't. I can't stop. I can't gush about it enough.
If you like Yorkinu, the manga is like the current arc is like Yorkinu 2.0.
Oh, don't say
Uh,
that, damn.
but we're never gonna get it finished. So
No, have some faith. That's the worrying thing about Hunter x Hunter. That's the reason I stayed away from it for so long, because it's like, well, it's not
well,
done.
no,
That's what
the
I've been saying with
anime,
it too.
the anime is done. They left it off in the in my opinion, the perfect spot that you will feel satisfied if you don't want to continue.
Navi, I want to continue.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So,
already planning on
like
buying all the volumes for the manga, so I'm in.
they close a lot of the story at the end of the anime, and then he decides I want to keep this going, and then that's the manga.
Oh no. Ah, man, I mean, I'm excited as well just to continue this series. This is something special. I understand all the rave, like why it's one of the highest rated anime of all time. Dark, get your ass on it. Come on, let's get you to work.
Alright, maybe after I finish Tsukihime, maybe I'll
If you,
put it.
if you love me, you can do it.
I'm in the mood for something long-standing, but it's actually been a hot minute since One Piece.
It's like
So,
it's the funny thing because it's long, but it doesn't feel long because the pacing's so good.
It's only 150 episodes.
only
Yeah.
150?
Dark,
Yeah.
listen,
I was
we're
thinking
One Piece
300.
fans.
I thought it was 300 plus for some reason.
Nah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a
Okay,
short shit.
that's not that's nothing. Okay.
It
After I finish
is,
Tsukihime, I'll get to it.
it is so worth it, man. I love that show. But yeah, enough gushing and raving about one of the best anime of all time. Now I gotta talk about some winter anime. We're gonna do a little winter preview, see what's coming out. I have the Mal list here. I am interested. There's a good amount of shows here go, but like I don't know, like just off the offset, how are you guys feeling about this winter season?
Oh,
I mean,
this is a good season. A lot of
I'm
isekai.
I'm looking at the list right now, and there's only one thing that caught my attention. I'm kind of scared it's okay that you mentioned. Okay, so this Ragna Crimson. I don't know anything about this. This is my first time seeing it. The artwork looks incredible, and it looks like something
That's
on my
not a
anime.
new show. That's been going on for a while now.
Oh, it has. Oh,
Yeah, because I keep seeing it every time on High Dive.
this is
Wait,
what it is.
Ragnar.
What is it called?
Ragna Crimson.
Let me see.
Oh, wait, no, that's Metallic Roach. Ragnar.
I don't think it's
Crimson.
even here on the winter because it was the
It
last.
is.
It was a last season show.
Oh, it's last season.
It's on
Okay.
the link.
It's probably a continuing show then.
Yeah, I think it's still ongoing.
It was on the link that you
Yeah.
posted.
Yeah, no, Ragnar Crimson. That started October 1st, 2023. This is a continuing show
Oh,
from the
shit.
fall season.
Oh, this is like the only thing that caught my attention, if I'm being honest.
Bro
Just
hates
because the art
anime.
style.
I think you would like what's it called? Uh what's the manga called?
Solo
Solo
leveling.
leveling?
Yeah, Solo Leveling.
I keep hearing about it, but I'm like, eh.
Bro,
I
you gotta give it a shot.
That's true, but you know.
I
you
don't
can say
really
that
care about action, so it's like it's not as good as it is to other people, but it if you like action, it's a good one.
I mean,
That's
I don't mind action. I'm more into character stories. I mean, there's Blue Exorcist coming back too. That's another. I love Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
that's kind of my worry with solo leveling. I want to start it, but like I don't know how much I would enjoy it because like I'm not I don't like watching shows that are pure action. That's why I don't really
It's
like JJK.
it's not pure action, but
I
it's
don't.
People say
It's
it's like
hard
the
to
story is
explain.
not its main draw.
yeah.
That's yeah.
That's a turn off
Whenever
for me.
anyone says that, I'm like, oh man.
But the main
Another
character is a good character.
another thing too
So
is like the community around that show is kind of annoying in my opinion. They're like, oh yeah, this is this, that, the third. I'm like, eh.
You say that about every anime community, you Fate fan.
No, they've been talking about solo leveling for years. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay.
solo leveling has like one of those like, when's the anime coming, and
The
then it's gonna be
ravenous
the
one.
best thing ever. Yeah, they're really ravenous.
People
Same with
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8. That's not coming soon enough for some people. They won't stop talking about it.
I don't know. I look at Solo. I'll check it out for sure. I'll check it out. I
You,
think I'm
you
gonna
should
Wait a
watch
wait.
at
couple
least.
episodes, yeah.
You should
I'll watch
watch at
an
least 3
episode.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Watch
my
3
thing. I'm waiting
episodes.
for like 3 episodes to be out, and then
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
But you're looking at the list again. Blue Exorcist is here. You guys haven't watched the original Blue Exorcist or read the manga. It's
I
really good.
have, but I will read the manga and then pick up on the second season, I believe, or no, the third season, because the second season is just it's not canon. They tried to make it original, and then they
Wait,
were
it's
like,
not.
"Nah, let's go back. Let's
Wait,
go back to
what?
the manga."
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
so they mixed it up. So they mixed it up. So
I didn't know that.
the first season was canon with a few original episodes, and then the second season was all original, and then the and then yeah, this is the fourth or third season. This is the fourth, right?
I want to say third. Wait, isn't this a reboot?
I think
Is
it's a
this a remake?
reboot. I think they're
Yeah, this is
remaking
a
it.
reboot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this follows the whole manga. Oh, yeah, you should watch this. The manga's great.
So I watched this is like one of the more like one of the shows I first
Wait,
started
hang
watching
on.
Yeah.
anime.
No, real quick. It says third season of Oh No Exorcist.
Okay.
Oh, so this
Okay.
okay.
So like the anime is a little weird because they hop on the original episodes and then they hop onto the manga. So it's mixed up and it confuses people who read the manga.
This is
So
one of the
what I would
first few anime I watched. I only watched the anime.
yeah,
At the time, I wasn't reading manga, and I
it was
enjoyed it.
one of
I
the
enjoyed both seasons.
it was one of the earliest shonen that came out around 2012 or 2013, I think. It was like one of the first few shonens I watched.
It was kind of one of the first of the modern era. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
That's good.
I don't know what a lot of people say. It's kind of like Devil May Cry, which
It
is
kind of is.
surprising.
It's
So I'm like, hey,
it,
I like that.
it's a if I would compare it to everything, it would be like a 7 out of 10. But if I were to compare it to other shonen, it's like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10 as well.
Well, you're gonna say it's as good as Hunter x Hunter in that tier?
No.
I'm gonna be that fan, aren't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I become that guy.
Wolf's whole personality, Hunter x Hunter and Power Wash Simulator.
Okay, we don't talk about Power Wash Simulator. The main show doesn't know my addictions.
This is only for the good viewers who watch both of our shows. Now they know.
So looking through the list with Classroom of the Elite Season 3. Anyone watch this?
I watched
Yes,
the
it's
first
good.
season.
It's I really like the show. It takes us. Is this would I consider this slice of life? Kind of.
In a weird way, yes.
It takes a slice of life uh school school life in a different direction that other anime haven't really taken.
Darker, almost in some ways.
Yeah, you don't really know who the main character is, and you as you go through each season, you find out more and more about him. So you're finding more about the character as much as everyone around them are. So every time something new pops up, you're finding out what he's doing because we don't know anything about him.
That's
I think
honestly
that's the
my
main
problem with
appeal,
the show is I just did not like him.
and that's why I like the show because they're progressing this character slowly.
It's like, yeah, you can have a mysterious character with a mysterious past, but he's such an asshole. I just don't like
Yeah,
him.
and I want to know why he's an
That's what I
asshole
heard.
because they show his past, and you see like he has a lot of drama, and you're trying to unpack that each season, and that's the main draw for me at least, trying to unpack this character.
Okay, so going back to Blue Exorcist real quick, because I knew I had a feeling it was a reboot, and I googled it, and so yeah, it is a reboot. When you start reading like the finer details of it, they say here that it's a new anime with a brand new work, not tied to the original previous seasons.
Okay,
They're considering it a third season, but it's not connected to anything. It's completely
is
brand new. It's
is
basically a
is
reboot.
it connected to a manga?
No,
Is that what they're doing?
they said
Okay,
it's
so
a
the
brand new
season
show.
So
it's
it's a
like
re.
season one.
They just
Season
doing.
one.
They didn't even say
Okay.
that. They just said it's new animation work. They said this is new.
Hang on, I feel like I can figure this out if I just look up
It is an interview right now, but
a
it's
description of the first episode, which I cannot find.
This new anime would be original compared to the previous adaptations. The new anime, referred to as Blue Exorcist TV new series, with the news later clarifying that it would not be a third season of the existing animation. It confirmed that it will be a new animation work.
This is what I hate about anime, guys.
No,
This
Why is
is
it so convoluted?
there's zero communication skills between these anime companies, man. So it's a reboot. I think that's
Yeah,
fair to
so
say.
the people were saying that this is like a Full Metal Alchemist, a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood situation.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Interesting. Looking more at the show, Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy. Hey, Moon, you got a show?
Yeah, I heard it's pretty
Um,
okay.
yeah, I heard the first season was good, but I don't
This
really
one,
have much
this
to
one's
say.
getting higher ratings, so I
Every show
consider
gets
watching that.
Well, that's good.
high
At least.
ratings. Okay. This is one of the ones I'm excited for. Mashal,
Mash.
second season. This quick, by the way, I want to point that out. There's been not even been a full
No,
year since the first
you
season.
shouldn't be happy about this. You know why? Because then we're going to have to wait like 6 years for the next one.
Listen, okay, man, I get that,
Upgrade for
but
power.
like I like what's here now. I loved season one. It was one of my favorite anime last year. So you telling me, hey, there's more Mashal? I'm prepared to watch it. Apparently the first one's out. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but yeah, I
Yeah,
absolutely love that show. No, this is a
and then
funny
we got slaves.
Chained Soldier or Matosahei no Slave.
I watched this.
Yeah,
This
you
one's
watched it,
been
man.
popping up on.
Yeah, I was doing a bunch of my one episode tryings last night, and this was one of them. Like, and it was neat, but where's the etchy? It's listed as etchy right there. There was no
Bro
etchy.
is
Bro came for
so
the fan
down
service.
horrendous.
He's like,
That is
"Word, it's not it."
insane.
No, I'm
Listen,
just saying if you're gonna label something as it, you gotta provide.
I mean, how many episodes did
Listen,
you watch?
it's only one episode up.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
maybe
only
it
one
comes
of those.
in like the later episodes.
Yeah, and it is. I know because I've seen Giga's video,
Oh
so
my
I've
god!
seen some of the manga panels, so I know what happens. But just
Oh
like
yeah, that
there's
gets crazy.
nothing in the first episode.
That's one of the first questions on Mao. Why etchy tag?
Was that you? Moon?
Why etchy? Why etchy tag?
You have him out? Wow, that's insane.
But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. It's very. Granted, I haven't watched Eminence in Shadow, but I'm getting very similar vibes of kind of being kind of edgy, for like edgy sake.
Eminence in Shadow is in a different league. Don't even try to compare anything to it.
Yeah, it gets etchy later on from what people
Yeah.
said.
Like I said, I've seen Giguk's video about it, but yeah, the whole premise is interesting. There's this world where apparently only girls can get superpowers, and that's why like all the military and the demon defense force are all women, and they all have like their unique weird power.
That sounds
So
And,
who are the slaves?
The men.
Well, the men. Well,
men?
this is. Well, in this one instance, yeah, the main character is the first tested male human to do this slave. Well, the thing is, though, the slave thing is only the main girl's ability. It's not like all the girls have this ability. It's just the main girl's ability to do this, to chain slaves to do what she wants, to like have them fight or whatever. And this is the first time she's ever used it on a human. She's usually been using demons as her slaves, but this is the first time she does a human. And come to realize, when you invoke a human with this power that she has, he becomes this big monster kaiju like thing. And so they decide to, like, you know what, this is good. We can fight demons with this. So you're gonna now be my new slave. I'm like, okay.
So he
Listen.
has consent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you sound disappointed?
That makes it a little better. That makes it a little better.
Bro was like, oh
Just
man,
a
maybe
little.
the first thing
Ah,
about it.
man. I'm out.
It's like, oh man, consent.
No, this looks stupid. I want to watch it.
It is stupid, but I will say the world that they have, where it's everyday Japan, but you can just randomly fall through the world into this demonic world, and it's just like a regular event in this place.
But they got the back rooms? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like backward things. They literally no clip out of the world through a random door that'll just appear out of nowhere, and there's like a whole thing of like, he pulls out his phone. It's like, okay, what do we have? It's called a Mato mishap, because apparently the demon world is called Mato, and So if you were to end up in Matsu, you have to follow like these emergency procedures. So they got this whole thing on their phone of like what to do if this happens to you.
You know,
So
I'm
it's-
reading. I really. This is just a random tangent. I really hate reading the mal descriptions for certain anime, and it's not even a description of the show. It's just a description of the first episode. And it's like, listen,
Yeah.
I don't like. You don't have to tell me the entire plot of the first episode or the entire plot of the show. Just give me like an understanding of what I'm getting here. Interesting for to say the least. I might check it out. I don't know.
I
But the
probably
one show
will.
I definitely will is Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon
Yeah.
Meshi.
I watched
Studio
the
Trigger
first
show.
episode last week.
I've heard very good things about the manga, and from what I've been told, the anime is a very faithful adaptation, and everyone is very high on it.
I don't
Except
know
me.
about very high, but I liked it.
No, it's
Well, I mean,
adult orientated.
adult
Oh,
orientated.
yeah, it's a Sani. Sani. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Wait, are we
It's
talking about
it's
the
made.
same show?
Yeah, it's made for 18 plus.
Delicious in Dungeon.
Or
Oh,
not
yeah, we moved on. Sorry. No, yeah, Shave Soldier
Dungeon
is yes,
Meshi.
18
Dungeon
plus, yeah.
Meshi. No, Delicious Dungeons. It's a Sani. It was
Wait,
made
what
for
about
like old
Delicious
audience.
Dungeon? Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
seinen.
saying
You
it.
said
Yeah, I
I thought
know, I
you
was
said
saying it wrong.
I thought you said Dasani, and I'm like, why are we talking
No, no, saying it.
about
I
water?
know I was saying it wrong. Yeah, saying
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it looks like a really fun show. I want to check it
Yeah.
It's just it looks like a lot of other food anime where there's just going to be a food topic of each episode because that's all the first episode was. But I will
out. And
say
that's
that
a bad thing?
no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's like don't go in expecting any more.
Oh yeah, of course.
I will say the whole premise of it of like why they're doing it is kind of weak, and I find it very odd. I don't know if you want me to go into it.
No, we'll get to it when we actually start watching the show more.
But like it, I don't know. It's the main character is a little off-putting. Some of the like the I don't know the reasoning behind them doing stuff is a little odd, and I'm just like, can we flesh this out a little bit better, please? Some better writing.
But yeah, that's one I'm definitely gonna want to check out. Then my goat, Dangers in My Heart season 2. Listen, I don't even want to hear Moon's opinion on the show, so he doesn't get to have an opinion on this show. This is my goat, one of my favorite rom-coms. I watched the first episode. As goated as ever. That's all
Yeah,
I gotta
I
say.
watched it too.
And no, I don't want to hear. No. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, it's just more of that, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good.
Hey, that's all I want to hear. All right. No, I fucking love that show. It's one of my favorite rom-coms. So I'm just like, listen.
Yeah, it's like it's perfectly fine.
I'm more
I don't know how it's like top for you, but I'm like I like it. It's good.
You hate
What's a
everything I
top
like.
rom com for you?
Top
What's a top
rom-com?
rom com for you?
So I know what to avoid.
Guess it depends. I think it depends if we're depending on like is it top because of the romance story or top because of the comedy.
Just
Romance.
say your favorite.
For the romance itself, probably Golden Time.
You know it isn't. You're just saying that to like look cultured.
I
But if we're talking
I
about favorite romance, Toradora.
Toradora's definitely up there, probably in my top 5. I don't know about top 1, but yeah, definitely top 5 Toradora. It's probably between Golden Time and Real Girl for like the actual like romance. Golden Time, yeah, Golden Time and Real
those
Girl.
aren't
There's
bad.
one other. Yeah.
Those are good.
So I want to go through most of these kind of quicker.
Yeah.
If there's a show specifically that I skip over that you want to talk about, Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Listen, I watched the first episode. It's what you expect. But
Yeah, I heard some pretty bad things. Even the manga's bad.
no, I don't think it was bad. I thought it was cute. I don't know. There's not
Just
much else about
no-
it. There's no substance. It's a show. Yeah, okay, this is what I think of this show. If I watch like a really heavy arc in like Hunter x Hunter, or there's like a really sad arc in that show, something sad in a show I'm watching, I'm like, you know what, I gotta watch this. I need some fluff. But that's pretty much it for me in that regard. Um, real quick, bottom tier character Tomozaki's second stage. This is season 2 of this show. I actually wanted to check out the first season. I did not
I
realize
watched it when it came out.
The second season.
No, the first season.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, when it came out
This one,
last year or 2 years ago, I watched the first one.
yeah, no, this one I want to check out. I heard some good things about it.
It's neat, has some interesting characters, but I don't know, I just lost interest by the end of it. The whole it's literally a Smash Brothers life because what they play is Smash Brothers basically.
Dude, that's a W for me. What the fuck? Now I'm more interested.
Yeah, I mean it's
All
an
right.
interesting premise, and it's about two Smash fighters who kind of get to know one each other, and then they start developing like a friend circle around that.
That's in. I'm in. Let's do
yeah.
it.
I don't know what I
Alright.
don't know. Maybe I just need to give it another chance. But I just by the end of the first thing, I just remember feeling like, yeah, I'm not feeling this anymore.
Navi, I'm gonna need your opinion on some of these isekai coming out. This trashy
Alright,
isekai,
dude,
since this is your arc
dude.
right now.
Which one? Let's
My
see.
instant death ability is so overpowered.
yeah.
No
Oh,
one in this other world stands a chance against me.
give me a second. I'm reading the Japanese names. Let me look at the English. Let me go
The
to
English
the.
is right underneath it.
Yeah, I'm going to your
Sokoshi
list.
Chitsuka Saikyo Sugite.
Oh yeah.
This
This
looks
one
so
looks like
stupid.
it's gonna be a top tier one.
Top tier trash.
Yes, top tier trash. Uh,
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
no, keep going.
No, I was gonna transition to another show. Did you have anything else to say about it?
No. I have no
I mean, I
idea
will
what it
since you
is.
skipped over it, I'll
It's
briefly
it's
talk about it. But what were you gonna say?
no, keep going.
I was gonna say the second season of Banished from the Heroes Party. I kind of like the first season. If you're looking for fluff, go with this one because it's literally just day in the life of this pharmaceutical guy in this fantasy village. And what was nice, at least what's promising about the second season is like we know we no longer have the will they won't they because at the end of the first season they actually are together. So now we get to deal with that in the second season. Hooray! We finally have a show that moves on from that. So.
Yeah, so I'm looking through a bit more of this. Okay, I gotta roast this. This gushing over magical girls show. I keep seeing this shit on my feed. Get it off my feed. This shit looks garbage. it's
What
like
is it
some
What's
called?
it gushing?
Oh, Maho
gushing
Shoujo.
over yeah. Maho shoujo ni. I can't say the last word.
Yeah.
Akogararete.
Yeah, that's it. This show looks stupid and I hate it. I'm tired of
Yeah.
seeing it on my fucking feed of these
Where are
fucking
you
horny
see? What
assholes who are
feeds
like,
are you on that you're looking at it?
literally my YouTube recommended. My fucking YouTube
What are you
recommended.
looking at on YouTube?
I just watch normal anime videos. I watch like, oh, Hunter x Hunter power scaling. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to know that or something like that. And then it's just like, oh man, you want to talk about this? Look at this gushing over it. It's like I don't want to see this crap on my feed. God, I hate
Goes on the wrong
YouTube.
side of anime YouTube.
You
I'm
you always
literal
talk
side of
about how
anime
you don't
YouTube,
like
and they're trying to
ecchi,
drag me. Oh, I despise that shit. You know that.
but you always recommend it.
Oh my god, listen. That's why, because these motherfuckers try to force it down my throat. It's annoying. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I look at this, and it very much. This is
It's
kind
a
of a
pretty
season
weak
that's like,
season.
it's very much a. I got the shows I want to watch, and that's really it. I look at the brand new shows, and none of them are getting me. Like I've heard some people talk about Sasuke and Peeps. Apparently, that one's gonna be good, but those can never trust manga readers. Apparently, Shaman King is coming back. Shaman
Yeah,
King Flowers.
the Shaman King's been out. They released the first remake like 2 years ago, I believe. This is the second season, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay, that's exciting. I know Shaman King fans really love that show. But
All these boomers.
King, I don't know, man. Kingdom 5th season. I'll be real. I did not know there were more seasons past the first one. I feel like Kingdom is a show that keeps getting seasons, and no one ever talks about it. But like people talk about how much they love the manga, so I'm always
Yeah,
confused. Where it's like,
it's compare. It's one of the few mangas that I will compare to One Piece in terms of character development
interesting.
and going into characters past, like the villains, the main characters, all the side characters.
Hmm. No, I mean, like, it's definitely a manga I want to check out. I don't think I would ever want to check out the anime though, because I've heard pretty
I
bad
haven't watched anime.
things about the anime. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I look at the rest of the shows, like nothing else is jumping out at me, unless there's anything for.
I mean, do you want me to angrily talk about "Tis Time for Torture Princess"? Because I did watch also that last night, and I'm angry about it.
Real quick. Yeah.
So this looks like hot garbage after the first episode.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all
Literally,
about.
the whole literally the whole episode was okay. Yeah, there's this princess. She's also like the leader of the army. She gets captured by demon lord, whatever, and the person is like the executor or whatever. She's like inquisitor, I think is what's called. Is supposed to like torture her to get information out of her for the like weaknesses in the army or whatever. And all they're doing is just torturing her by giving her food. It's like because she's so weak-willed that just feeding her, she'll start spilling all the secrets. And they do that not once, not twice, but 3 times in one episode. It's like, okay, princess, we're time to torture you. We're gonna get some more information. It's like, I'll never talk. Oh, you have toes now? I'm gonna spill all my secrets. And that's literally the whole show.
I'm out.
It's like,
Like an anime out of anything. Swear to God.
yeah. So I don't want to know what happens in the next season. If they do that 3 times in the first episode, what the fuck is the rest of the season?
Wait, is it?
Was
Like,
So wait,
they-
you said it.
idea? What if they do it
It's called
4
"Tis
times?
Time for Torture Princess."
Yes. And torture is in quotations because they're not actually torturing her, they're just feeding her.
The Japanese name is Hem-sama.
Yeah. Itsuma Gomon no Jikan desu.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I almost want to see the second episode just to see if it's a repeat or if this was just a 1 episode fluke thing, but I am just angry. And what's even probably the only funny thing I got out of this was in between the first and second chunks of the episode. Literally, she gave away a secret about some weak point in the army, and the demon lord calls up the torturer person and be like, "Yeah, we can't use this information. You gotta get another secret out of her." So it's like, if that's gonna be the whole plot of the show, it's like, yeah, we can't use this secret. You got to get some more information out of her. I don't. It was so dumb.
Yeah, I think I could skip that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of a weaker season. Not really many shows that like us personally are like looking for specifically. But hey, I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a big hidden gem show that like comes out of nowhere. Probably just gonna watch Hunter x Hunter.
I'm just gonna watch Hunter x.
Listen, man, I got a problem. I know it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we wanted to talk
The only
about.
other thing I did watch one other show, the first episode, which
Okay.
was right below Gushing Magical Girls. The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. It has an interesting premise. I'm curious to see where they go with it. It's kind of interesting that they did as much as they did in the first episode because the setup feels like they could have lasted a couple episodes keeping secrets from one another. That he's not a human, he's a devil, and she's not human, she's an angel. There's a whole demon angel war going on, but it feels like this show could have gone on like at least half the season of them like dancing around that secret from one another. But no, in the first episode they reveal that to one another, and now they're like working together for I can't even remember the reason why. But I'm curious to know where they go with this, at least story wise. After like, okay, you're not doing the secret shtick for this show, so what else are you going to be doing? So I'm more curious about it from a storytelling point instead of it actually being an interesting show. That's about it.
Hey,
A
look
lot
at
of
that.
these guys.
Yeah, you're gonna watch all these Isekais, Navi.
Yep.
All the Isekai.
That's my. I plan to watch every isekai in existence.
Man
That is
has a
Oh
my
my
problem.
god, dude is gonna be dead before that can happen.
He's gonna Isekai
like-
himself.
You gotta.
Isekai
only
only
8.
started. Isekai only started around 2016, so it's not that bad.
Well, are you gonna go back to the OGs like Dot Hack, or it's like, no, I'm just going with the
I
modern
already
Isekais?
watched that. Dao Hack was like one of the first. I forget that's an isekai. That was one of the first isekais that I watched.
Interesting.
Actually, it was probably the first isekai I watched.
I don't think that's possible to watch every Isekai. You know how many Isekais there are a season?
I finished 2022 isekai.
Yeah, it's actually not that many. There's a lot, but I don't think there's many as you think.
Yeah.
Especially
I
because a
mean-
lot of them are just one season, and so if you're like really dedicated, you could get through one season of an isekai show in like a week.
But will it be fun?
No.
I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of
He's
isekai, I need to get
gone!
back to I need to get back to Shield Hero.
I'm reading.
That's a shame.
I'm reading Shield Hero too.
You know what's crazy
That
is
one's
Shield Hero had
that one's actually good though. Not the anime, but
I enjoyed the
the
first
light
season. I
novel.
just never got around to the second season for whatever reason. Now they're already on the
This-
third season.
Yeah, the second
Yeah, that was
season's not that
surprising.
good. The third season's good.
Oh, great! So now I got to trudge through the second season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things though where like the first season ended one of the major plot lines, and I'm like, well, I don't really know why else I have to watch this. So maybe for more like what was her name, Raftalia?
Yeah,
I liked
Raptalia,
her a
best
lot.
girl.
Yeah, it's worth it just for her, but I don't know.
I think-
I'm not really that interested.
Well,
I think part of the reason why I fell off
uh,
was because the English voice actor for Naofumi died, and it was just kind of like sad. I'm like, I might have to switch to the sub
Oh.
version just to avoid that.
Yeah, I forgot about
It's like no
that,
offense to the
man.
replacement voice actor, but it's like maybe I'll just switch to the sub.
Damn,
But
I forgot
at-
about that. That was
after
so sad.
season 1, the heroes, you hate them even more.
That's what I kind of liked about the show is that all the heroes are not very likable people for the most
Yeah.
part.
You hate them even more, but then later on, they start getting character development because they're all at their lowest point, and you start seeing Shield Hero actually help them, and you see them grow as characters. Except
good.
one, you will always hate one of them. I'm not gonna say who, but it's
I
not.
think
It's not
I think I
Spear.
know who.
It's not Spear Hero.
Oh, it's not Spear.
not
Okay,
him. It's not Spear Hero.
he gets the
but
redemption
you,
arc.
you see them grow as characters, and it's actually really good. Like I never thought that I would like any of the heroes, but I actually like the Sword Hero a lot now
I might
because
have to
his character
get back into
progression.
it because I like the action. I like the creativity of having a character who can only be a shield. There's a lot of stuff I like about the show. It was actually my first isekai that wasn't Konosuba.
I mean, Konosuba, that's just peak.
That's just peak.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're ready for outros.
I just want to say one fun fact with Delicious in Dungeon is that this is getting a simuldub. This is one of the few shows this season getting a simuldub. And
Let's go.
What's fun is it's the main girl character. She's like a mage or whatever, and Delicious in Dungeon. She's being voiced by Emily Rudd, who is live action Nami in her first anime role.
Oh, that's
So
actually
that's yeah. And but it's like, but it's kind of obvious. I don't want to like sound insulting to her, but it's like compare her to all the other voice actors. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is your first one. you're an on-screen actor, but she did get better by the end of the episode, so maybe it was just kind of a first time going, kind of didn't work as well, but it got better as she went on. So hopefully within a couple more episodes, she'll feel more natural.
ProZD also voices one of the characters, so that's exciting. Big fan of his work.
Yeah, they got a like all-star cast for this show. Like Netflix put money behind this.
Oh yeah, clearly. I mean, it's a Trigger show, so like it's fair to like put some money behind it. But I think that's it. All ready to head out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to check us out, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Amazon Music, and Audible. Like the podcast, helps us out a lot. Follow us over on Twitter, Slice of Gaming. Check out our main show, of course, the Slice of Gaming. We got a really fun episode coming up this Friday for Slice of Gaming. I hope you all tune into that one. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Say goodbye, everybody.
Have
Good night.
Good night.